Every infrastructure project starts with the same question: build it the traditional way or build it as a PPP. This lesson puts them side by side and explains a paradox that trips a lot of people up. A PPP is often the more expensive way to finance a project, and it still gets chosen anyway. Three things actually change between the two models. Financing. Traditional procurement uses the government's own borrowing, usually its cheapest available capital. A PPP is financed privately, almost always at a higher cost of capital. Delivery. Traditional procurement typically separates the construction contract from whoever operates and maintains the asset afterward. A PPP bundles design, build, finance, and operation into one contract, with one private partner for the asset's whole life. And risk. Traditional procurement leaves nearly all risk with the government. A PPP allocates it, the subject of Chapter 5, to whichever party can actually manage it. A PPP's financing costs more. That's not a hidden flaw, it's priced in on purpose, in exchange for risk transfer and a builder who has to live with what they built. Here's why that trade actually works. Under traditional procurement, the company that builds a road usually isn't the one maintaining it 10 years later. Cutting a corner during construction doesn't cost the builder anything once the contract ends. Under a PPP, the same private partner is on the hook for construction and operations for 25 or 30 years. A corner cut in year 1 becomes a maintenance bill they pay in year 15. Bundling the whole life cycle into one contract changes the incentive, not just who signs the check. Traditional procurement, public financing, separated construction and operation, government carries the risk. PPP, private financing, bundled life cycle responsibility, risk allocated by capability. Neither one is automatically better. That's exactly what the public sector comparator, covered back in Chapter 4, exists to test. That's the actual decision rule. Take the PPP's higher financing cost, net it against the value of the risk transferred and the life cycle incentive gained, and compare the result to what traditional procurement would really cost once its own risks are priced in. If the PPP total still comes out ahead, it delivers value for money. If it doesn't, traditional procurement is the right call, even though it's the default option. Quick recap: traditional procurement is publicly financed with the government holding the risk. A PPP costs more to finance, but bundles the whole asset lifecycle into one contract, with risk allocated to whoever manages it best. Neither wins by default. The public sector comparator is what actually decides. That's a PPP for Beginners bonus lesson. Subscribe to follow the rest of the series.